Allison Hurd, broker for Hurd Homes. You can leave a message here.
Double dial.
Hi, this is Allison Hurd, broker for Hurd Homes. You can leave a message here, and I'll call you back as soon as possible. Have a great day.
At the tone, please record your message. When you've finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Hey, good afternoon, Allison. This is Harvey. I sent you a brief text earlier today in regards to your listing in Tucson. Seems like I caught you at a bad time. Give me a call whenever you get a chance. Best number to reach me is 855-635-2582. Now we're gonna send a I called, no answer template. So we're gonna go with on to the next. So it doesn't work with investors. I'm gonna go and send them. So I'm calling an agent who responded to me saying, thank you for your interest. It's closing tomorrow. So let's give her a call. And it looks like this one is a stage property. Looks clean. Amazing. We'll just call. She works with investors.
Thank you for calling Michelle Gennardini Wagner with Gennardini Real.
Let's double dial.
Thank you for calling Michelle Gennardini Wagner with Gennardini Realty Solutions at Coldwell Banker Realty. I'm unable to take your call at the moment as I'm either on the phone, on the road, or with a client. Please leave a message and I will gladly get back to you as soon as I can. Our office hours are Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. and Saturdays 5 p.m. only. Thank you, and I look forward to connecting with you soon.
At the tone, please record your message. When you've finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Hey, good afternoon, Michelle. This is Harvey. I'm reaching out. It looks like I reached out to you earlier in regards to your listing in Wilds Road in Tucson. You did respond, letting me know that it's closing tomorrow. So congratulations on that. I just wanted to connect with you. I'm a local investor based out of Arizona, and we're primarily doing fix and flips in Tucson. So I wanted to see if you worked with investors or investor buyers. Give me a call back whenever you get a chance. Best number to reach me is 855-635-2582. So for this one, Is it called no answer? Said, hi Michelle, thank you for getting back to me. I tried giving you a call just now, but I must have caught you at a bad time. Then I am gonna hit her up with another template that I have. I am looking to connect with more real estate agents. I'm always looking for fixer uppers. I'm always looking. Alright, so she didn't answer, but her property is closing and it's not a potential fix and flip. So I just said, hey, thank you, Michelle. Hey, Michelle, thank you for getting back to me. I tried giving you a call just now, but I must have caught you at a bad time. We're always looking for any potential fix and flip opportunities in Tucson. So what I always say to realtors I'm starting to work with is if you ever come across a seller with little to no equity, someone who may be going through a divorce or on market for quite some time, maybe even getting foreclosed on, my goal is to be the tool you use in your tool belt to help you solve that problem and get you paid your commission. Do you ever come across anything like that? So that is the message I sent, and now let's hope for a response. On to the next. Okay, here's my hoodie. Hey Harvey, I do work with investor buyers. What's your criteria? Do you look for in a home and your terms? Let's call Jenna. Jenna sounds like she might be a good fit. Hey Leon, bring me my hoodie, please. Can you please bring me my hoodie? Yes.
With Long Realty Company. I'm so sorry I missed your call, but if you can leave your name, number, and a detailed message, I will be sure to
double dial.
with Long Realty Company. I'm so sorry I missed your call, but if you can leave your name, number, and a detailed message, I will be sure to call you back as soon as I can. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Bye.
At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up or press
Instead
1
of
for more
this.
options.
Hey Gina, this is Harvey. I sent you a message earlier today in regards to your listing in Placitas de Las Cacras. Thank you so much for getting back to me. You let me know that you do work with investor buyers. What is my criteria? that I was looking for in a home and my terms. I wanted to personally connect with you, but it seems like I caught you at a bad time. Either shoot me a text or give me a call whenever you get a chance. The best number to reach me is 855-635-2582. Thank you. Have a nice day. So now we're gonna hit her up with a missed called no answer template, which again says, "Hey Gina, this is Harvey. Thank you so much for getting back to me. I'm glad to hear that you work with investor buyers. I tried giving you a call just now, but I must have caught you at a bad time. When is a good time to talk? And also, what is your email address in order to send you our buying criteria, as well as a few projects we have done recently." All right, let's see. Boom. Boom, boom. All right, on to the next. Are you considering an offer on this property or wanting to find other investment properties? Let's see. So this one on the MLS. And this one. Let's put this one on prop stream. To the condo. Seems like, yeah, we'd probably be in the. No, let's just give her a call. Rebecca.
Hello?
Hi, Rebecca.
Yeah.
Hey, Rebecca, good afternoon. My name is Harvey. I sent you a text earlier today in regards to your listing in West King Road in Tucson. Great. Thank you for getting back to me. I think what you mentioned was I considering making an offer on this one, or was I seeking for investment opportunities? Well, first and foremost, I wanted to ask you if I caught you at a good time.
I am just getting in the car actually to head out.
Okay. Okay.
Tomorrow might be a better time.
That's fine. I respect that. What typically would be a better time for you? Are you available at 11 by any chance? I have an opening in between 11 and 12 tomorrow.
You can, I have some moving parts. You can definitely try me. I think I might be available, but if not, then I will let you know. Like, we can try again. Yeah. I do have some moving parts tomorrow.
Okay, so I can make an attempt at around 11, between 11 and 12.
Okay.
If not, I have another opening between 2 and 2:20. Is that okay?
Okay. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, try me between 11 and 12 first.
Awesome. Well, thank you for taking the call, Rebecca. I really appreciate it. You have a good rest of your day. We'll talk tomorrow.
Okay, you too. Thanks, Harvey.
My pleasure. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Alright, so we gotta call Rebecca tomorrow. Okay, I need a little notebook. I'm gonna move you guys for a little bit. Excuse me. A little notepad. Rebecca. Agent. So 11 a.m. an intro call for tomorrow. So let's leave a note on the CRM. Rebecca. So let's create a task. I'm going to send myself a task too for an intro call. Intro call tomorrow. Tomorrow is Wednesday at 11 a.m. All right, let's go. So Michelle responded. All right, she didn't answer my calls, but she responded right to my message. She said, "Yes, occasionally we run into those kinds of opportunities. If I come across anything similar, I'll let you know." Well, we qualified an agent without even having to get on the phone. So again, reminder, I said, "Hey Michelle, thank you for getting back to me. I tried giving you a call just now, but I must have caught you at a bad time. We're always looking for any potential fix and flip opportunities in Tucson. So what I always say to realtors I'm starting to work with is, if you ever come across sellers with little to no equity, someone who may be going through divorce, on the market for quite some time, or maybe even getting foreclosed on, my goal is to be the tool you use in your tool belt to solve that problem and get you your commission. Do you ever come across anything like that?" So she did respond. She says, "Hey, hi Harvey. Yes, occasionally we run into those kinds of opportunities. If I come across anything similar, I'll let you know." So, okay, just please. So now what we do is, in our process, we would consider this a qualified agent, right? This is someone who mentioned they do come across opportunities, someone I'm going to market as a qualified agent in my CRM, and we're going to be reaching out to her periodically. Typically, I'll send them a message every 2-3 weeks. And yeah, so that was good. Amazing. Thank you. Okay, not at this time. So I have a template that says, "Not at this time." Right? So it says, "I don't have anything right now." My response, "No worries. Thank you so much for getting back to me. Please don't hesitate to let me know when you do. Love the opportunity to work together on a future deal. Have a great rest of your day." And I included my email address. "No worries, and get back to me." Boom, boom. So now we're going to mark her as a qualified agent. And what we're going to do is we're going to remove a tag too, because I have in my CRM, I have her as a new contact. So we're going to go and mark her as a qualified agent. Love it. All right, let's get this out of here. All right, well, let's move on. Conversations. Rebecca, we spoke with Rebecca, so we're going to talk to Rebecca tomorrow. No, stop. Tammy said, "Yes, but that property's under contract." All right, well, let's go congratulate her. And pending. All right, well, looks like it's a rent ready. It's decent condition. So this was an El Mirage. Interesting. I thought I was only calling Tucson. Well, let's give her a quick call, Tammy. Mind you guys, it's already afternoon, right? But I did send them the message early in the morning.
Hello?
Hi, good afternoon. Is this Tammy?
Yes, it is.
Hey, Tammy. Good afternoon. This is Harvey. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. How can I help you?
Love it. The reason of my call, I sent you a text earlier in regards to your listing in El Mirage, and you mentioned that was already under contract, right?
No, it is not under contract.
Oh, is not the one on in West Hearn Road?
Oh, Hearn is under contract,
It-
yes. I have
oh.
another one on Voltaire that is not under contract.
Oh, okay. Well, I did reach out to that one. And really, I wanted to just connect with you. I wanted to first even understand if you work with investor or investor buyers.
Yes, I do.
Love it. Okay. I mean, considering the other one you mentioned, do you think that's a potential investor opportunity? We're
Probably not. I'm pretty sure I'm going to receive multiple offers on it that will go over list.
okay. Okay. So I'm assuming.
And, I don't really, and it's 1,100 square feet, so it's small, so I don't think that would be a good investor opportunity.
Okay, well, I appreciate the transparency. That way I'm not wasting your time. Well, in that case, I did at least want to connect with you. I'm a local investor here in Phoenix. However, we are always looking for our next fix and flip, and we are looking anywhere in Maricopa County and in Tucson. So I don't know, do you mainly focus in?
I don't do Tucson, but we do Prescott.
Oh, perfect. I love it. Okay. So in that case, what's your process like? Like I can, we have a buy box, but I don't know what your process looks like.
Well, send me your buy box, and I will look through it. If I get anything that looks like it might fit your profile, I will definitely reach out.
Amazing. All right. And then, well, here's what I like to do as well. Just because I'm sure you get bombarded with calls or text messages from investors always seeking for deals. I like to take a little bit of a different approach and figure out a way where I can be a resource to you or figure out how I can be a tool in your tool belt. So also, if you ever come across any unique situations, Tammy, when I say that, I mean any seller of yours that has either little to no equity, underwater, they're going through probate, divorce, they have tax liens, anything unique you think is out of the ordinary, would love to be a tool you use to help you solve those situations and also take care of your commission. Do you ever come across anything like that?
I do at times, yes. I do probate too.
Gotcha. Perfect. Well, I would, like I said, rather than just calling and seeking for something, I like to kind of figure out how I can be a resource to you. So what I can do is I can definitely put that on an email too. That way you have our buy box for what we're looking for. And then again, keep just as a reminder of how I can help you in situations like those. So you can then reach out to me, and it's always obviously case by case scenario, but we can always figure out a way we can structure something that's a win-win.
And I might have something coming up. I've got a probate coming up, but it's not ready yet. So.
Okay. No, that's typically how those work, right? Those are those are a process, but yeah, like I said, I want to at least plug myself as a resource. So, let me ask you this: I'll send you my buy box. Can you text me your email address if you could be so kind, Tammy?
Yes, I sure can.
Love it. And then I'll leave you with this. I mean, we're always coming across deals that if they don't necessarily fit our buy box, they're still really good deals. Do you also work with other investor buyers where
I do.
Love it. Well, that way, that's another way we could potentially work together in the future.
Okay, sounds great.
Awesome, Tammy. Well, I appreciate your time. Text me your email address. I'll send you my contact information. And then if it's okay with you, I'll love to check with you periodically. I'm not going to bombard you with marketing texts, but I'd love to stay in touch with you maybe every 3 weeks to a month.
Okay.
Thank you, Tammy. It was a pleasure speaking with you.
Okay.
Have a good rest of your day.
Okay, nice talking to you too. All right.
Bye-bye. That's a good intro call. All right. She works with investors. We'll come across fix and flip opportunities. She mentioned she does not do Tucson. She does Prescott. Let me write that down before I forget. Prescott. And she works with probates, which is essentially a unique situation. So for me, that would be considered a qualified agent. And again, we'll move on to the next. I'm going to leave a couple notes. Prescott and works with probates. And she just sent me her email address. I love it. Come across. Fixtures and practices. She works with probates. She will be sending me her email to send her my buy box. And it is open to me following up. All right, so she is a qualified agent. I'm gonna go ahead and disposition her profile as a qualified agent. She is no longer a new contact. She is in Arizona. I need to fix she does listing and buyer agent. And another tag is she works with cash buyers, or at least investors. So I have a tag where it says agent, fix and flip buyers. That way, if we do come across a deal that doesn't fit our buy box, we know which agents have fix and flip buyers. And again, it is a different way we can work together. Honestly, when agents hear that, right, and as you guys heard my approach, I really am trying to separate myself from all these different text messages and calls they get from investors, right? They're always seeking for something. So what I tell anybody that I work with, right, is I want to figure out how I can plug myself in their process, in their system as a resource. And why not become a resource to any unique situations? So we do specialize in creative acquisition strategies. So she was very receptive to that, and she even mentioned she works with probate. So I think this is a great lead. I'm gonna go ahead and send her a quick email. Pleasure. Buy box. Buy box, and I'm going to put QHO. And then I have already a templated email. And this templated email is for Maricopa County. So I'm going to go ahead and send her that. And for all you guys out there, if you guys have any deals in Maricopa County or Tucson, we're actively buying in Tucson. We're really wholesaling in Maricopa County. We have a large bandwidth of buyers. So, and now we are looking to take them down if it's a really big, it's a home run deal. So I'm gonna go ahead and send her this. Hi, agent. Okay. Hi, Tammy. It was a pleasure to connect with you today, and thank you so much for your time. We're always looking for any potential fix and flip opportunities what we aim for are condos, townhomes, land, duplexes, single family residence. We aim for 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms plus, under 3,000 square feet, built after 1978, preferably minimum to moderate rehab needed. So anything below 500K ARV would be ideal. Now, however, if you do have a really good deal above that, we have partners that focus on higher price points. And then I let her know, well, we also specialize in more than anyone else is solving seller problems. So if she ever comes across, again, little to no equity, someone who may be going through a divorce, on market for quite some time, my goal is to win her to a belt. I look forward to working with you soon. Have a nice day. All right. So I'm going to Harvey/buybox/QHO, and then let's send it to Tammy. All right, let's go on to the next. Well, actually, let me respond to her text. I received. Thank you. received your email and I have sent you an email. Have a great rest of your day. All right, on to the next. So we probably have maybe 1 or 2 more calls. Maybe about 15 more minutes. But let's go. Let's keep grinding. So we're gonna go to conversations. So for those, again, just in case, you know, what the heck is he doing? So business model is I do agent outreach. My method of outreach is text outreach, okay? So my goal is to do agent acquisitions. I'm not really focused on market properties. However, I use that as an icebreaker to have a conversation with them. Now, some of those listings may be a good fit for us, some of them are not. However, based on the response, right, so my outreach message is very, very simple, right? I address the listing, right? So I pull a list of on-market listings. And the point of that is, right, I want to be able to have conversations with agents who are active, right? I don't want, you don't want to spend your time talking with an agent who's retired or someone, an agent doesn't have any deals or hasn't done any deals. I'm not saying that there wouldn't be quality conversations, but we're really just aiming to have conversations with those agents who have, active deals, they've done deals in the past, or just simply active. So I pull a list of on-market listings, and my text outreach is very simple. It's like, hello agent, this is Harvey with my business name. I came across your listing on 123 Main Street. Do you also work with investor buyers by any chance? That's it, right? And the responses are, yes I do, yes I do, yes, what sort of investments are you looking for? Yes, but this one is not for an investor. So again, all these, obviously I get the people that are not interested, I get the stop, I get the not interested, but again, we're not really looking for these to have conversations with agents who don't work with investors. We're really aiming to have them, limiting the conversation we have with those who are open to working with us, right? So based on the response, right, say like this next one that I'm gonna call, she said, oh, Gina responded. As a matter of fact, say, hey Gina, thank you so much for getting back to me. I'm glad to hear that you work with investor buyers. I tried giving you a call just now, but I must have caught you about time. Also, what is your email address in order to send you my buying criteria, as well as a few other projects we've done recently? So she sent me her email. And I was on another call. Are you local or are you out of state? Right? So just so we can hop on another call, I'm gonna go ahead and leave this one as unread. My process here is send her an email with my buying criteria in Tucson. I'm in state, I'm local, I'm based out of Phoenix, and my partner is in Tucson. So this one would be really good. And what I like to do is I'll probably give her a call maybe tomorrow, if not, because she would have given me a call back if she was able to talk. But I will send her an email, my buying criteria, and a couple projects that we've done in Tucson, and then I'll give her a call tomorrow. So let's move on to another one. So Michael said no, he doesn't work with investors. And personally, I'd still like to give him a call. I'm not going to do it on this recording. But Alex says, I do. Are you interested in that listing? So he does work with investor buyers. So let's pull up the listing. So let's see what does this listing look like. Okay, so it's a property in Tucson. It's a 5-bedroom, 4-bathroom, 2,800 square feet. 545 is the listing price. I've been on Zillow for 54 days. So, the property looks, the condition of the property looks great. It's not going to be a potential fix and flip. However, here's where the creative acquisitions strategies come into play, right? Let's see if they're potentially even open to a creative offer. So let's give Alec a call and see let's have a conversation with Alec. Computer. My computer for a little bit. All right, there it goes. Reload. You're still reloading. All right, there you go. Let's call Alec. It's actually a beautiful home. Beautiful home. Not gonna lie. Come on, Alec.
It's Alec Castaneda with Coldwell Banker Realty. Sorry I couldn't get.
Come on, Alec. Let's call him again. Double dial is the new single dial.
Hello, this is Alec.
Hey, Alec. Good afternoon. This is Harvey. How are you?
Doing good. How can I help you?
Good, good. Hey, I reached out to you earlier in regards to your listing in White Sage Drive.
Okay.
Just want to see if I caught you at a good time.
What was that, sorry?
Did I catch you at a good time?
Yeah, no, you're fine. I got home from the grocery store, so I'm just unloading groceries right now. So yeah, you're good. How quick?
For sure. Well, if anything, we can always, revisit it just tomorrow. I know I messaged you earlier. I just wasn't able to get back to you sooner.
No, you're fine.
Yeah, so I mean, initially I was reaching out first to see if you work with investor buyers. You did mention that you do, but you also asked me if I was interested in that listing. So I mean, to be quite honest with you, I am. However, I don't believe this one is going to be a good fit for us for our fix and flip model, right? We do buy properties a couple different ways. Our main model is fix and flip. So for this one, obviously, it's in great condition. So I don't really necessarily feel like it's going to be a good fit for us. But I did want to ask, I mean, we do get buy properties a couple of different ways. We do specialize on the creative acquisition strategies. For this one, if we were able to come up closer or even come up to that asking price, have you visited with your client if they'd be open to either a seller carryback, or I don't know if there's a loan in place, but would they be open to a creative offer and we would kind of come up to that asking price?
So probably not, only because what they're doing is they're planning to sell this home and then take off. They have a lot of equity in it, and they're planning to just downsize, pay off something smaller in cash, and just be mortgage free from here on out. So
Got
for
it.
these particular sellers, that probably won't work just for that
Right.
reason.
No, I get it. No, that makes sense. And you're right. Anytime I hear that a client or a seller is looking to, I mean, when they have a lot of equity, right, and they're looking to either get another property, sometimes they want to just pay it all off, like you mentioned, have mortgage free, or sometimes they're just looking to enough money to get into the next property. But okay, no, I figured at least I asked just because it does give us the ability to still pay that price, right? As if it makes sense for your client.
Yeah. No, I get it. Yeah, absolutely.
Got it, man. Well, let's push this one to the side. And I mean, always love for you to keep me in mind, right? If anything changes with this one, we'd love to at least, like I said, we can at least come up to that asking price. It wouldn't be something like we're kind of come in and give you a lowball offer.
Right.
But I did want to let you know at least a little bit about me and my team. I mean, I'm a local investor here. I'm based out of Phoenix, but
Okay.
our main fix and flip business model is over there in Tucson. So my partner's over there in Tucson. We have one property under contract right now. We closed 2 last month. So I wanted to just connect with you, see if you ever come across any, potential investment fix and flip opportunities over there in Tucson.
Yeah, absolutely. It's nice to have. Yeah, I really only have one other investor that I kind of have in my back pocket. I would, sorry, I'm just trying to put this back up.
You're good, man.
Yeah, I mean, I would love, to be honest with you, I would love to have more of an investor, function of my business. It's just something that I haven't really found the right match yet, or really put, a good track record together with a certain investor to have that right now. I mean, I definitely do come across properties like that. It's not too often, because like I said, it's not a huge part of my business at the current moment.
Okay.
So I'm not out there kind of every day getting after these flip deals or anything like that. But, I mean, yeah, it definitely pops up. And, if the track record starts and whatnot, it could also be more apparent and be something that I kind of input into my business a little more if I can build a relationship with somebody.
Love it, man. Well, that's the purpose of my call. Like I said, I know that not all agents work with investors. Not all agents are looking to explore that side of the of things. But in that sense, man, yeah, what I like to do, that way you can have at least an idea of what we're looking for, is I'd love to send you our buy box, a little bit of a buyer criteria. I'll share with you 2 of the projects we've done recently. I think one of them is on the contract. Like I said, one closed last month. I can put that on email for you. And then on the flip side, like I mentioned, we do focus on creative acquisition strategies. So I always, tell any realtor I'm starting to work with is we specialize on unique situations. So if you ever come across, a client with little to no equity, again, maybe they're underwater, they're going through probate, divorce, behind on payments, tax liens, anything out of the ordinary, I'd love to be the tool you use in your tool belt to help you solve those situations and, help you get you your commission, of course, and help you take those to the finish line.
Yeah.
Do you ever come across
that? That was going to be my next question. Is I'm familiar with what seller financing is and how it works in creative acquisition, but that was going to be my question. Like, what specific criteria do you generally find that certain people will use that and listen to that more than others? Because obviously, general buy sell, they like this one you mentioned, whatever. But that was going to be my question. It's kind of like, what particular circumstances do people find themselves in the most often where they're open to creative?
I mean, honestly, I can tell you, it varies. It's situational based, right? For example, on a seller carryback, right? We bought a property in Casa Grande earlier this year, where, for the seller, what was most important to the seller was the price, right? Now, it wasn't a complete, it was a complete gut job, right? It was just a property that needed a little bit of work, but the seller has no rush in selling it, right? No rushing in getting rid of it. So what we came in and said, hey, we structure a seller carryback where we gave them a little bit more than what they're asking for because they were able to give us to terms that we needed in order for us to make sense for our investment property. And when we look at those type of deals, we're looking for cash flow, right? Because we're looking to hold these long term. So right. So in this sense, it was just honestly the biggest benefit to the seller was they got their price. As a matter of fact, we were actually able to pay them a little bit more, but because we pre-built the interest that we were going to give them on the seller carryback, they actually gave us a lower interest on the carryback because we were able to pre-build that interest into the purchase price. So we gave them an extra, I think it was an extra $20K on the purchase price. But why do we do that? Well, because if we were to refinance the house in the next 2 years, did the seller really benefit from that interest? Definitely, right? So we say, hey, if you can work with us on that, on the interest, right, on a lower entry down payment, and give us a favorable monthly payment where it still makes sense to you, as they're getting mailbox money every month. For us, it allows us to have the terms that we need in order for us to, acquire this and make it either a short, mid-term, or long-term rental. Obviously, we got to go to the drawing board and figure out what's going to be the best exit strategy for that investment. But that would be a simple scenario. Like I said, that's just simple. They were just adamant about their price. Cash offers were coming in, 50% of the dollar, 0.7. So that was more important. Now, on the flip side, right, we actually bought a property in Santan Valley where the seller, he was in the military. So he bought the property in June last year, okay, at the peak of the market, as we all know. And his job relocated him and his family to Florida. So in June, he got relocated in September. So he listed the property in November. And as we know, he bought it in June. Right, so he didn't really have that much. He didn't have any equity whatsoever. No equity, man. So when I spoke with the agent, in November. So it was already 60 days on market. had done 2 price reductions, and at that point, the seller net sheet, he mentioned that the seller would have had to come out of pocket about 21 to 22K at that point. That was after commissions and closing costs, right? So, what we did is we presented I don't know if you've heard the type of transaction called subject to.
Yeah.
Amazing, love it, man. So you're considered a unicorn agent in my book, man. Not many agents know of the transaction, but to touch on it, right? How it benefited the seller, even though he didn't accept that offer yet, right? We said, hey, here's what we can do, right? We can take over the monthly payments on that existing loan. We're willing to take care of the agent commissions. We'll take care of the closing costs. And in this scenario, just because the seller was extremely, again, he would have come out of pocket about 22 at that time, we did end up putting $1,500 in the seller's pocket just to make this, again, even though it was a win-win, right? But we didn't want to make it a strong offer in that sense. So he didn't necessarily take the offer, just he wanted to hang on for a little bit more, which then put him pretty much, again, his mortgage payments were about 27. So about 30 days later, he was pretty much at the mark where he's getting close to that 25K mark if he were to take care of the closing costs and agent commissions. So, we were able to take that. We as investors, we were able to take over a loan that was already in place, right? We don't have to go get a loan to pay off a loan. The only people there that win there are the banks. So what we did is we just took over the monthly payments on that loan. We left the loan in place and in the seller's name. We took care of the full agent commissions and the closing cost, and we saved the seller between 25K, to sell the property, right? So that's, again, just on the flip side from where there's no equity to, to a seller carryback when they have a lot of equity. So that, just to share with you 2 brief scenarios of how, our creative structuring, we can potentially help you and your clients if you ever come across anything like that.
Quick question. Generally speaking, is there like a certain percent that you put down on a property when you purchase it? Because I do have another listing that I kind of have in mind as we're talking. It's just been sitting for a while. It's a little bit further out on the west side of the town, out by the casino. Seller's pretty strict on price. He's not really wanting to budge too much. And I don't know that they necessarily need their full, equity at closing to do what they want to do. So, if it's something reasonable enough, he may be open to at least having a conversation. So I want to say, generally speaking, if there's a certain percent you guys put down on the purchase, other than just obviously taking over the payments or doing
right.
That.
So let's use another scenario. Let's say that there is a loan in place, but they also have equity, right? Or even a little bit of equity, right? So it depends how much equity do they have. If they have anywhere between 15, 20K. Well, sometimes it makes more sense for us to depend, again, it's a case-by-case scenario. We would have to know all the details, right? But, we can probably just come in with that 15, 20K at closing table. That way we can just take over that monthly payment and just really make this a clean sub-2 transaction, right? But in the sense where maybe they have a loan in place and they have, anywhere in between, 50, 100K in equity, what we like to do is give them a down payment towards that equity. If you're asking how much we would give them, to be fully transparent with you, Alec, for us, the lower the entry fee, the lower the entry barrier, the better, right? Because we're looking for a cash-on-cash return. And it also comes down to what's going to be the monthly payment that we're going to make to the seller. Again, if there is a loan in place, we're going to take over the payments, and then we're going to structure a monthly payment towards their equity. As long as that payment combined, those 2 payments combined allow us to cash flow, then it's all negotiable, right? So when we have a conversation, I always like to start with what would even the seller look for is something like this, right? Because it's like one of those things, we don't go to the bank and just dictate our terms, right? It's just like, so we kind of figure out, hey, if we're able to, it's kind of like leverages, right? If we give them their price, would they be willing to give us, somewhat of a low down payment or enough of a lower monthly payment where we can cash flow, right? or do they want a high down payment, but then we're getting a lower monthly payment? So it's all negotiable. But for us, I mean, the lowest entry down payment we can, and the lowest monthly payment, so we can cash flow, be the best. So I'd say, why don't we do this? Is this your listing?
Yeah, it's nice.
Well, I'd start off with the conversation, like you said, just if they're even open to the conversation. Just say, hey, I spoke with a buyer that is interested in this property. They'd be potentially willing to come up to your price because they understand that price is important to you. However, they would be, let me ask you, is there a loan in place?
There is, yeah.
Yeah. So again, this is where I couldn't even tell you what we could give until we know, information that we would want to know would be, well, how much is there left in the loan balance, so we can kind of determine based on the purchase price how much equity do they have. Then it would be what's the monthly payment on that loan, right? And then what's the interest on that loan. That information will allow us to then go in, okay, cool. So, they're paying X on the loan. Let's just say 1,000. I'm just going to throw hypothetical numbers here, okay? Let's just say they have $1,000 on that loan, right? But the rent rate is about $2,000. Well, we know we can possibly give the seller anywhere between $300 to $600 a month on top of us taking over that loan at $1,000, because it gives us a couple pennies every month, right? We get like $200-300 every month on cash flow, which is not much when you think about it, because when you've got to account for vacancy and repairs. But just
Right.
throwing some numbers out, and then we would just structure a length of term. I mean, that's the next thing. How long are we making payments towards that equity? For us, we'd love to, the longest possible, right? 30 years if possible, but not everybody's wanting to wait 30 years for all of their equity. So one we bought this year, where it was a hybrid one, we gave the seller $12,000 down. Okay. The monthly payments were about $1,600, excuse me. But we were able to rent it about 22 to 25. Okay. So in that sense, we took over the monthly payment. We paid the seller about $500, so we're cash flowing anywhere between $300 to $400 on that one. And then the length of term, we amortized the monthly payments for a 30-year, but with a 12-year balloon. So at year 12, whatever's remaining on that balance, we're just going to cash them out, right? Big lump sum. So that for us, that's either refinancing it, getting a private lender to refinancing us, or just sell it out, and then the seller gets the full lump sum.
Okay. Do
Okay.
you want me to give you this address really bit so that way you can just take a look at it and see if, it would be even something that you may be interested in?
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. If you can text me the address, I'll take a peek at it tonight, and send me your email address too. I'll send you my buy box. I'll send you a couple fix and flips that we've done, and then I'll review this one. And I guess again, I'll probably get back to you tomorrow. Let you know, yeah, man. Let's have a conversation. If you could have your conversation with your client, and again, just explore the idea if we can potentially, if they're even open to something creative. If they are, well, let's keep talking. Let's figure out that information that we need, and go to the drawing board and figure out what would be reasonable, something reasonable that your client would be open to, and we go from there.
Okay, cool. I just saw you that address on my email, so I'll plan to hear from you tomorrow, and then we can just go from there.
Absolutely. Hey, man, I really appreciate your time, Alec. And I did have, this is just curious question, and I saw that your last name is Castañeda. Do you speak Spanish, or do you have a Hispanic background?
Yeah, so I'm half Hispanic, half white. I don't speak Spanish fluently. I mean, I can get by and I can understand it really, really well, but I just can't speak it. And it's mostly because it's like with anybody with any language. When you're not comfortable speaking it, you just don't, and you never get better because it's just kind of, yeah. My
sure.
my dad's side of the family is Hispanic. My mom's side of the family is white. My mom's from Wisconsin, and then after I was born, my dad went to PA school in Iowa. So those first 4, almost 5 years of my life, I was never around any of my Hispanic family that speaks Spanish. So I just never really developed it at a young age. And then as you get older, you just don't really pick it up as easy or feel comfortable speaking it. So I just blame my parents for that.
For sure. Yeah, man. You know what they say, man. You don't use it, you lose it.
Exactly.
Well, I figured to ask, man. I am from a Hispanic background. I do speak fluently Spanish, so if
Okay.
anything, man, it's another resource to you, man. If you ever come across a
Yeah,
client in Spanish, man, I more than happy to, keep me in your back pocket. Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
Awesome, man. Well, hey, thank you so much for your time, and I'm hoping I didn't derail you too much from your groceries shopping,
Yeah,
but.
no, you're fine. You're fine. I got a lot of that.
Love it, man. Well, I'll send you an email right now. I'll review that property here shortly, and then, yeah, let me get back to you tomorrow. I'll probably shoot you a quick text. Just make sure you're available, and then we can kind of correlate a good time that works for both of us.
Okay. Sweet. Sounds good, man.
Awesome, man. Have a good rest of your day.
You too.
All right, man. Well, that call was a great call in my opinion. Not only he was doing groceries, so he was open to having a conversation. He works with investors. He's open to reviewing my buy box, so he can. Well, first he said he only has one pocket investor, and he's looking to grow those relationships. So the fact that I was able to, again, come and add again, you got to lead with value, right? You guys will hear me often try to separate myself from the crowd, because I'm sure you guys, again, everybody who's calling these agents, just wants something. So I tell my team, if we can just show them that we want to add value to them too, right? We understand that it's a business for them, and at the end of the day, we buy a property from, we're able to buy a fix it through them. They're going to get a commission. We're going to be able to help them and their client. And then the unique situations, just by letting him know what I focus on, the creative acquisition strategies that we specialize on. He did let me know that would be a great resource for him to have. And on top of that, by using third-party stories, which is huge for me to paint the picture, instead of just telling them, hey, here's what the transaction looks like, it's A, B, and C. It's more like, hey, let me share with you about a property we bought, which utilizing that strategy, right? Here are the terms, here's what we did. And based on just, me sharing that information with him, he ended up letting me know that, hey, he actually has a seller. He has a listing right now who seller's not budging on price. That they seem like they may not need all of the equity at closing, which then allows us to then again have a conversation and figure out what do they even need? What do they even want? What are they trying to accomplish? What's their next move? And that's one question I didn't ask. And again, it's repetition. Tomorrow I'll have a conversation once, I look at the property, and my next question is simply going to be, hey, what are they trying to accomplish, right? Are they going to move? What's the story on this one? Is it vacant? Like, I didn't really get into the details. I said I was going to check it out today. But you could have taken it, but I know he was, again, not in the perfect place, so I wasn't going to push that conversation. And he, so tomorrow we'll do a little bit more fact finding on the property. Like, is it vacant? Is it owner occupied? Is it rent? Are there tenants in there? If they're owner occupied, what's their next goal, right? What are they trying to accomplish? Are they looking to buy another one? So yeah, we'll get that into that. But overall, I think this was a great call. We were able to get a qualified agent. We're his second investor, so that should give us a slight advantage in case we get any deals. And not only that, we ended up with an opportunity, right? This is why we do this, right? We look to connect with agents, tell them a little bit who we are, what we do, how we can add value to them, and then end up with, if they have anything, right? And sure enough, he has an opportunity. So I'm gonna end up this recording with this call, with this opportunity, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.